Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lynn, and if you follow this channel, you've probably heard me say many times that I wanted to pull up this pea gravel and landscape fabric in my long gardening beds. So I started this process, y'all, began last week, and what I discovered under the landscape fabric, oh boy, I'm going to show you. But first off, I'm going to talk about why I have the landscape fabric to begin with. Now, y'all, I've been gardening long enough to know the importance of soil. Having poor soil is like building a beautiful house on top of a cracked foundation. No matter what you put in it, how you furnish it, you're still going to have some structural problems that will make your home unstable and, well, unsafe. Well, soil for the plants works the same way, and I know that. And I know some of y'all will say, why did you put this landscaping fabric here to begin with? Well, this property was pasture land, and pasture land in Central Texas, Zone 8B. It's one of the worst places in the country in terms of weeds. Now, California and other places may have more weeds. However, they have really dry seasons at certain times of the year, and that keeps those seeds from germinating. Here in Central Texas, we have cool season weeds, warm season weeds. We'll have drought followed by downpours, and so we never get a break with weeding. And with our property being on pasture land, an acre of land, 1 square foot can hold over 1,000 viable weed seeds. Y'all, weeding was killing my spirit. And so I didn't jump into landscape fabric, which is something that's very common in Central Texas and other places. So if you have landscape fabric, please listen, this is a cautionary tale regarding landscape fabric. So, knowing what I know about soil, my first option was just trying to pull it. That was untenable. Yeah, I mentioned weeds in Central Texas, pasture land, etc. Check. Hand pulling weeds, it just wasn't going to happen. Couldn't happen. That would be all that I was doing. And so my first option was getting landscape fabric that is very permeable, so not the thick commercial landscape fabric. Weeds grew right through it. It basically did nothing. My second option was, okay, let's put down cardboard. Well, look at the length of this bed. It is 206 feet in length. It's about 17 to 19 feet in depth. If I had enough cardboard to put throughout this bed, y'all, I think I would be having some other issues superseding my gardening problems. So yeah, that wasn't a viable option. So when those two options weren't on the table, I contacted the cooperative extension, so the local cooperative extension, and they suggested that I put 5mm plastic down. And so I bought all of these rolls of 5mm thick plastic, put it down, put the bricks all around it to hold it in place, and y'all, it created a greenhouse. The plants, the weeds, absolutely loved being under that plastic. So that wasn't a solution either. So no landscape fabric, no cardboard, that wasn't an option. 5mm thick plastic, that wasn't an option either. So the choices were put commercial grade landscape fabric down, and rocks were placed on top of it, because at this point we did not have any plants here. So we just wanted to control the weeds. And the other option was, well, just ignore the weeds, which that wasn't a viable option. So here we are. It's 3 years into this, and plants have been here for 2 years. Now, what prompted me to pull up, to start pulling this landscape fabric up, because we weren't going to do this until it was cooler. So in the fall, you know, it's July. So yeah, no, we're not 20-year-olds, and we're not acclimated to working in this type of weather, doing this type of work. But I started seeing that the plants weren't performing well. And I've invested a lot of money in these plants. I've purchased every plant in this yard. And so started pulling the landscape fabric up. Started with just a 4-foot section. So 4 foot by, I think, about 9 foot. And y'all, what I discovered, I'm going to show you. So the soil here is so hard pan that we could barely drive a pitchfork through it. Like it just, the tines just wouldn't go through the hard pan clay. There is zero organic matter here. And if you notice, a lot of the plant roots are growing on top of the soil. So let that sink in. The plant roots were between the soil and the landscape fabric, with rocks sitting on top of it. Now, even if it was mulch on top of landscape fabric, it's not going to change anything. The mulch isn't going to improve the soil. It's still going to be down there becoming compacted, and the roots are going to be searching for soil. And you can see where the roots are spreading around trying to find some place to go, and it couldn't get through the compacted soil. So with all that said, would I do it again? Absolutely. Yeah, I would do it again. However, with that said, I would have removed the landscape fabric and the pea gravel a year and a half ago, before it created such a horrible situation with the soil. Because a year and a half ago, the properties around me that were also built on top of pasture land, well, now they're landscaped, and people are taking care of the weeds and those on those lots or those properties as well, which decreases the issues that were occurring in this yard. But ultimately, y'all, there's a lot of rules with landscaping, and they're there for a good reason. Having landscape fabric is not good for the soil. Full stop. I don't care what you put on top of it. It is not ideal. However, with that said, every garden is different. Every gardener is different. You'll have to look at your individual situation and circumstances, and you have to do what's best for you. So now I get to correct this. And I will correct this by putting, oh boy, copious amounts of well-rotted manure, compost, thick layers of that, working it into the top layers of the soil conditioners, and then of course a thick 2 to 3 inches of shredded mulch on top. So if you're considering landscape fabric, if you have a smaller property, if I had a smaller property, I just would have put cardboard down and mulch on top and called it a day. That is something that you're going to have to replenish when it breaks down. But if this was a smaller property, that would have been option number 1, to suppress those weeds while improving the soil. But like I said, I would do it all over again, because that just wasn't a viable option. And follow along, because you will see, and I will show you. You see what my soil looks like now. We will check back next July, and the following July, and the following July, and you'll be able to see firsthand how adding compost and well-rotted cow manure and different things like that can change clay soil and improve plant performance. So y'all, I hope you found this useful, helpful. Maybe you need to go out there and pull up some landscape fabric and see what it's doing to the soil that your plants depend on for nutrients, or maybe you have a new property or a new garden and you're considering using it, heed my advice. But ultimately, you have to do what's best for you. So that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day in your garden. Bye.